What's up? It's Damien, and with this topic right here, what I want to do is just try to, um, I guess, give some encouragement. I know I have given this same encouragement to my younger son who has attended the University of Louisville, and he also graduated this past year. Shout out to Adrian. Yeah, but yeah, so what I want to do is just to kind of give just some advice that I have given to my son. And so, me myself personally, I've never been to college. I'm a barber. I drove garbage trucks for a few years or whatnot. And so, from my experience of this, like one thing that I did, as far as like helping my son with school. So I had two sons. Well, I got two sons. My oldest son, I knew he just wasn't gonna be the college type right now, and then my younger son, I knew he would go to college. And so for myself, um, as parenting, there's a lot of things that I walked through that um, I could advise my children on ways to go. But as my son went to college, I couldn't really give him a lot of advice that you know, pertain to college. So thankfully, I had quite a few friends that I was able to reach out to and get him connected with people who, have been on that same trajectory of going to college and people who could, help to open doors and stuff. And shout out to my son. He went at school and, with school, he got a full ride scholarship to U of L. And so, yeah, proud of him or whatnot. And so, with this, I just really want to tell you some of the advice that I have given my son, and hopefully it can be helpful to you. But I know there's a lot of people you think of. What is it that you want to be in college? What is it that you want to be in life anyway? And then so whatever you want to be in life, you go to college to try to pursue that. And so one of the things that I feel like is that with college, as children roughly, like they say, the brain does not fully develop until about the age of 25. The task that we are given for college is that you asking the kid to go and pick what they want to be for college, um, at the age of like 18, 17, 18. We also go younger than that, just trying to prep the kids on what they want to be. But I feel like that could be kind of a big weight on a child or whatnot. Um, and if you already know what you want to be, then hey, shout out to you. That's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? That you kind of secure on what you want to do or whatnot. But for a lot of us, we just don't really know the path that we want to take or whatnot. And so one of the things that I, just kind of advise my son to do is that make two lists. And the two lists were kind of based on, you will work for the rest of your life unless you got, some rich family member, rich uncle, you hit the lottery or something like that. But 9 times out of 10, you really won't. The two lists that I told him to think about were on one list, think of all the things that you want to do, right? And then on the other list, you write down the careers that pay the most money, right? And so as you work your way down that list, it may not be the thing that you love to do the most, and then it may not be the thing that pays the most. But if you can find a happy median to it all, then I feel like you can be um, pretty much like straight for the most part, because you get something that you love to do, but you also get something that pays the most. And so when you think about it, one thing that you would hate to do is to be so consumed into a job that um, the job is paying you so much money and you hate the job, but it's paying you so much you just can't walk away from it. And then on the flip side of that, you know, you would hate to do the thing that you love the most, but you're just not getting paid enough to do it. And so sometimes you just have to do it in your spare time. And I think for me, kind of doing that, like, I had kids at a young age, was raising my kids at, a younger age. And so a lot of the choices that I had to make in life were more like aimed at like what was I gonna do to provide for them. And so the things that I love to do, I had to put that to the back burner. Not saying that I had to end it and not do it, but my priorities had to shift a little bit, so I couldn't spend 100% of my time doing what I love to do because I had to do what I had to do to make, my family work for real. And so, that's one of the things that I just really want to give you that advice on. I'm not giving you, hey, go and jump in this career, but for each person, you have to make your own list of, like I said, the things that you love to do and the things that pay the most money. And so, like I said, as you walk through this stuff, you will find something that can be inspiring to you every day. You happy that you waking up and doing it, and then on the flip side, you happy that it's paying you enough money to be able to supply everything that you want to do or whatnot. So I think sometimes we don't balance those two. And like I said, I've never been to college. I've never had a desire to go to college. Sometimes I feel like, oh, did I miss out on some things going to college or not? But I don't really think I missed out on anything. And so, yeah, like I said, this is just my advice for anybody who is probably looking to go to college, or whatnot, and I do find the reason that I really want to say a lot of this is that I do find that there are so many people who have went to college, and a lot of times they die like really just owing college like fees and stuff. And then the crazy part about it is that most people who go to college don't even work in that field or whatnot that they went to college for, that they got their degree in. So a lot of times, unless you get like a scholarship or something, you'll live your whole life and, you know, in the end, still be owing a whole bunch of money, just for, some college that you attended that, is just like that's not even really what you pursued. So, like I said, if you are making that choice, just think about those two things. You want something that you can be happy doing and something that's going to pay you the money that you need to survive on. So yeah, so I hope this was helpful. Again, I'm Damien, and like I said, if any of this was helpful, leave a comment down in the comment section. And if it's anything else that you would like to discuss or something, go ahead and leave that down in the comments. And if you agree with the information, you can put the deuces emoji or something like this, peace, deuces, whatever. Yeah, so anyway, I'm Damien, and I'll catch you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.